day and age. For me, it's like if you find even one fan, your goal should be one fan a day. Just one fan a day. Because one fan a day compounds. Yeah, no, we are the platforms now. People are the platforms. We're the tool.
I always think, what is a star? A star is when someone wants to be you, period. And that's no matter what.
It's like having a full team. Like the way that I use it right now, I have about like 150 chats in WhatsApp with myself, some clients, potential clients, partners, and an agent in the chat. And it's executing the work that we need to get done. Websites, copy, research, and without even having to go to ChatGPT or anywhere, like, the agent is just in there learning about the clients and helping us get work done. On top of that, I have a C-suite of agents, chief executive agents, I call them. There's a chief of staff, there's a CMO, there's a CTO, there's a chief compliance and creative officer, financial officer. And once you start personifying these motherfuckers, it becomes easier to work with. It's really weird. It's really weird. Because I think in the world of everything AI generated, everything sucks. But in music, like I think that because the cost of everything is going to reduce for production, the compounding effect of real shit is going to matter more, right? Like from the relationships, the live experiences, the real IP, the real talent, and systems built around the talent. The business becomes about real shit, right? Everything else just empowers it, right? So,
I don't, to be honest, consider it the same. At the end of the day, I feel like a human with sauce, taste, and their own imagination, creativity will always thrive with these things because it's a robot, it's generic, so it will, if you don't prompt it right, if you don't work with it right, it will just generate very simple, generic stuff. So just like every era, because I look at the past to understand what goes on here. So I thought of something, I was like, what the hell would Mozart, who's sitting down, composing notes in his head, think about Fruity Loops? Forget AI. Forget AI. Fruity Loops, tick, 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 key, pitch, change this, change that, plug in.
How convenient.
So I feel like people have short memory. And then we're already in the same, like when the electrical guitar gave the acoustic guys, we're like, what the hell is this? So I kind of see the same cycles every generation. And I'm like, man, I just move with the flow.
So, I grew up in San Francisco, California, the Bay Area, and technology, internet, it was just coming out when we were growing up. And everyone was scared then, right? Everyone was scared of the internet and even personal computers, and people weren't there yet. Now everyone's on it. Now this shift is going to be, it went from 0 to 100, now it's going from 100 to 1 million. And so we have that opportunity to ride that wave and create our own waves within this bigger wave, because everything is getting disrupted, not just music. It's, coding and legal, and everything is collapsing. The cost is collapsing of everything. So what do you do with that? What do you do with super intelligence, right?
When you have something that's easy to do, the easiest thing you can do is be yourself, right? Yeah. And but it's also the hardest thing to do at the same time, because you don't know if that self is enough. But what I've seen in all the campaigns that I've worked on, the artists that I've worked with, the deeper you go in, the further you reach out. And every campaign I've seen that was $1 million campaign, every song, every artist or manager or A&R that felt like we're gonna do the next person, it never works. Yeah. And it's just some random kid in some random city with the phone that goes because he or she is just being themselves completely. Yeah. So I kind of force it. The consumer is getting smarter, and you can't fool them. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right, because we know what happens with these companies. We've been living it. Meta, Facebook, Instagram, Google, all they've done is train on our data. They've rug pulled us. Meta has rug pulled us too many times to count, right? So my first company was a company called TeamBackpack, right? It was a bunch of hip hop ciphers. We did it for like 7 years straight. Yeah, I was the CEO of that company. So I came up on that, and we got a bunch of free reach from Facebook between 2014 and 2016, right? 250 million people a month. And what were they doing? They were just training on our audience. They never paid for, that. We got all this free distribution, but they used that content. And then what did they do? In 2017, they started selling it back to us. We wouldn't get that reach. We had to pay for that reach. And then what I saw is that our team, the TeamBackpack audience was a targetable audience, even now in 2026. So like they're just, Google's the same way with their YouTube system. Yeah, they pay, but like it's all just data capture, right? So everything we're putting into Claude right now, ChatGPT, they're gonna sell back to us. They're gonna create their own systems of whatever we're building. So you have to build your own system of record. So, we are the platforms now. People are the platforms. We're the tool. Like before it was like, professional networking, go on LinkedIn, right? And now that's so bad. It's so cringe. When I see people posting like long things on LinkedIn, I'm like, dude, you didn't even write it. So I think, a couple months ago, I started just vlogging. I was doing this with artists I'm working with, and I was like, why don't I just start yapping? Because we need proof of life now. We need proof of humanity, right? So AI is helping me come up with topics and clipping and all this stuff, but I just turn this shit on and I just start yapping for 10 minutes. And it's working. It's actually working, right? Like it's created the opportunity to, and then a lot of this, I have about 6-7 hours of vlog content. That's been training my AI. So
I won't
That's a real sauce right there.
Yeah.
So but I'm killing two birds with one stone, right? I'm creating the content, putting it out there. It's hours and hours and hours of content, and then I'm putting it back in my own system of record, where the guests, now the AI knows my guests, they'll know you guys, they're going to do research on you guys, all that stuff. So by the time we get back into a conversation, it already knows everything it needs to provide value.
Yeah, it has a name.
Yeah, Apex.
Apex.
Yeah. Streams, and I think the idea is beyond streaming now. To be honest, I think streaming is such an important tool, but it's really just a distribution tool, just like Instagram, just like YouTube. I don't see much of a difference between any of these platforms anymore. Why? Because we don't own these platforms, right? If you're a business and you're trying to build a business, you have to own your customer data. So you have to be direct to consumer now. And I think that on the streaming side, it's really important to create have people on those platforms listening to your music, but then build a direct relationship with them, some way, shape, or form. And I think that's multi-channel. I think it's always going to be multi-channel. It's going to be wherever people are at. Is it Spotify? Is it Apple Music? Is it SoundCloud? Is it YouTube? Is it Instagram? Some people may stay on Instagram. They might be the biggest fan of you, but they never go on streaming, right? So understand feeds, and what I realized, especially from my point of view, I had to start creating content. I felt like a fraud for telling people for years, you gotta sing and dance and make content all day. You gotta do it, bro. Come on, man. You want to be in the industry, you gotta do it. And then I was like, why am I saying this if I'm not doing it, right? Yeah. So I started doing that earlier this year. I just started basically my brand is just unpolished. I just throw shit on YouTube and then 10, 20-minute videos, and then I cut it up and put it on Instagram and TikTok, wherever it makes sense. It's been a process. I realize now how hard it is for artists because it's really hard to do every single freaking day. It's too much, right? But there's ways to make that content stretch. You can batch create, you can do all these things. I believe though, yes, really crafted, beautiful music focused art and visuals is important, but you can shitpost now, and it's totally acceptable. Justin Bieber was down and out a year and a half ago. Oh, he owes Scooter $8 million, he's broke, blah, 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 blah. We're like, Justin Bieber, no. And then all the weird Diddy shit and all this stuff. We're like, oh, poor guy, what's gonna happen? You know what I mean? And then he's his wife is a billionaire all of a sudden. He starts shit posting on the gram to promote his swag album, right? Just like him just doing stupid shit all day, no videos, nothing, just the dumb shit, anti-marketing, if you ask me.
Authentic.
Though, yeah, like, because he's the first mainstream artist to really go do that, unpolished, you know what I mean? And then he dropped Swag, you know, Dijon, all this stuff, Swag 2, you know, then a year later he's at Coachella. Like, what a comeback. We have masterclasses from the best in the game now. And everyone's here talking about, oh, my feed doesn't look good. I don't give a fuck about your feed. Like, I want you to like figure out what works now. And the good thing is, like, you know, at one point too, like, it was so focused on industry. I think that the problem is, like, a lot of artists, especially in the West, especially in the US, for so long, we're looking at what is the industry gonna think? Stop. There is no real industry in the US that matters anymore. You are the industry.
I think right now, especially with the new algorithms and how AI has changed the game, people realize now that the power is kind of back in their hands. Okay, we don't own the platforms, but you can see that organic content is dominating the platforms again. It's not necessarily paid content. And people can see what's been working for other people and then make a version of that for themselves. And I call it trend hijacking, and I think it's one of the best things you can do. When you see something go viral, how can you make a video about that? How can you relate it to you or to your audience? Whether it's entertaining, informative, etc., you can find a way of using that. And the artist I was mentioning earlier, Luca Maxime, that's what he does, in my opinion, like one of the best.
You know, it's a,
He knows ball. He really knows ball, and he sees what's trending.
Yeah.
He takes that, uses AI to create a video around that. And in the background of that video that you're watching, that you're like, where is this going?
Yeah.
His music is playing. And then people are commenting like, you know, what's the song? What's the song? And that's how he built like a funnel from people watching the random content, listening to his music, and then wanting to stream it.
Yeah.
He went from 200 something Spotify followers in 3 years to 5,700 something a week later after his content started booming. And that's 3 years.
I think. You have to you have to find ways to enjoy doing it and being okay with the results. Because a lot of times you're like, oh, it didn't do well. What does doing good even mean in this day and age? For me, it's like, if you find even one fan, your goal should be one fan a day. Just one fan a day. Because one fan a day compounds. Yeah. And, you know, the streaming platform, like, I have an artist I've been working with, we got his streams up, you know, from like 17,000 to 100,000 in like a couple months. But it was a lot of investment into that. And it wasn't worth it. That investment into spending and trying to get people to stream the music wasn't worth it because it's not sticky enough. What we started doing is we started putting vinyl in front of people. We started putting digital downloads in front of people. We're putting soccer jerseys in front of people. That's what's getting people to be like, hey, I like this. You started vlogging. Now it's compounding into more stuff where, like, because we were trained, we were like, oh, we need streams, like music industry 101, like, get your streaming up, you'll get signed. Stop. No one's coming to save you. Figure out the audience and figure out what they want to buy. Start there and then the stream will come. How much of that has to do you think, with like the artists themselves and their story behind it?
It has a lot to do with it because I always think, what is a star? A star is when someone wants to be you, period. And that's no matter what.
Yeah.
If someone wants to be you, walk like you, talk like you, dress like you, you're a star.
Yeah.
Now add a song to that. It's out of here. So if you have a good song, it's like, that just you the person, you the artist makes that song even bigger. Because when they sing it, they want to dance like you, they want to move like you, and it's like now the song is even bigger. So now it's like I'm really hard on making sure I get what I need. Now I'm being accused of being a perfectionist, when in actuality, I want the perfect imperfect take.
Because that makes it more authentic,
Yes.
right? And like that, the dirtiness of it is like, oh, okay, this is not
Yes,
AI.
I need you to fall off. If you said, and he broke my heart, I don't need a dope run on, and he broke my heart. I need you to,
like a crack in the voice.
I need to hear. If I don't hear that, if I got to make you mad to get it, okay, I'm gonna make you mad and I'm gonna get that emotion that I need.
I think a lot of artists and songwriters right now are addicted to perfection because that's what the industry taught us for so long. But now it's like anti that.
It's the opposite. People can relate to imperfection more than they can relate to perfection. It's just the way it is.
For it. And I've literally seen the power of music, like the emotion and the feeling is so powerful because like I've literally had records I've played for people. I've had people cry to songs. I've had songs where I'm in Jamaica and my cousin's having like a mental breakdown and I'm playing a song that I did and he's like, play it again. And he's like I didn't even, it's called Breathe, and it's just like I'm seeing that. And then I've played a song for my neighbor and showed him my vision with a video, and the next thing you know, he's crying, and we end up starting a nonprofit, and now he's going to Uganda. I'm talking about his whole life purpose. His whole life purpose is shifted because of this song. Like he's like, yo, I'll sell you my house on my booty. Like we have a whole documentary happening with all these orphans in Uganda, and we're like it's crazy. Like
that's the power of music.
That's the power of music. Because imagine when you're trying to get melody and you hear. It's like, stop, you know what I mean? And then number 3 is do not shout out any ideas, melodies, concepts unless you're asked to. So here's what happens when you bring that one person that not a part of the session, but desperately wants to be, and they're kind of like sitting in the back. So while everyone's up there writing and coming up with ideas and melodies, you'll hear something like this. You can hear them. You're like, stop. You are not invited. Stop, like, because you know they want someone to turn around and go, what did you just do? You know, and so that's like no doing that unless you're invited to do so. So for me, I already have these rules, and it's a conversation piece because everyone reads it and they go, oh, did I do that? Oh, you did number 3, yes. So if you're doing any of these things, you got to get out. So I make it easier for that reason.
In the streaming and TikTok era, songs often need to grab attention quickly. Has this changed the way producers, writers, and artists approach structure and arrangement? Dennis, we'll start with you.
Yeah, definitely. Right now, everybody thinks we have to make it in the first 10 seconds. And
that's 10 now?
Yeah, it's 10 seconds. Attention span is getting 10?
That's, for marketers, it's 3.
And now the song got to be 2 minutes or less.
Yeah.
3 what?
Seconds.
What bridge?
Yeah. And if I'm marketing the song, I find the hottest 3 seconds.
Wow.
That's fucked up.
No. Barely even getting the melody.
Yeah.
And my motto when it comes to writing songs is, can a 5-year-old sing it? Even when it comes to singers, if a 5-year-old cannot sing this melody, it's not a good melody. I want a 5-year-old to be able to sing it. So simplicity, but yeah, it's tough. If you tell me that you're a writer, the first thing I'm going to do is go to your page. If I see more pictures than songs, I'm really not having that conversation with you. And it goes like this. Wow, you like taking pictures, huh? Yeah, I don't see anything of your songwriting on there. You say you want to be a songwriter, right? Yeah, well, I don't, I just don't I don't have like a lot of songs. Yeah, I kind of gathered that. So you need to work on that. And they don't have to be good, but people need to see that you're putting effort into it that will inspire people to want to work with you and help you. But you gotta just put yourself out there. You gotta do it. And whatever you say that you want to do has to be on your page.
Gotta show the proof.
Show the proof.
Any last words?
Yeah, I just say, it's a beautiful time to be alive. Let's not forget that. And things change quick. It's a bit scary, but I always say we all have fears, having more courage. just, enjoy the waves. Some are gonna crash, but some of them gonna bring you somewhere beautiful. But if you don't surf, you ain't going nowhere.
Hey, that's poetic. That's poetic, bro.
Are you a rapper?
I can't wait to check out the music. My last words, yeah, don't be scared of this. Don't be scared of it at all. I think like every generation has had new technology. So, like you think about the last 100 years, and we're in the Netherlands. Like the Dutch are like some of the most innovative people on the planet. And if it wasn't for the Dutch, engineering would be so different, right? We've had so much technological change over the last 100 years. It's unfathomable of what's like happening now. People would have been like, these are aliens. We have aliens we're talking to now, right? So I think embrace it and use it as leverage for whatever imagination you have. And artistry, creative industries, especially music, is the best place to be right now, I think. So have fun with it.
Agreed. Thank you.